Welcome.
Welcome to
Cigar.
Cigar
Public.
And welcome to Cigar Public.
Hi, my name's Dellas Edmisten. I'm with Leaves of Leadership. Welcome to Cigar Public.
Dellas, thank you so much for coming by our booth. Really
Yeah.
appreciate you taking the time out of your day.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about your organization, what you're working towards here.
Yeah, sure. So I come to the show. I've been coming to the show for, I think, '06 when it first was in Houston. I've met Tim and Sean from Boveda that have helped transform the industry from a humidification, our equalizer, right?
Revolutionary product.
And I just love the industry. I love people. I donate my time to teach leadership development. It's my company, Leaves of Leadership, on the John C. Maxwell platform. And we've been doing it for 3 years now at the Cigar Family Charitable Foundation in Caribe, which is right next to Chateau de la Fuente.
Very good. And your connection with this organization, how did you come into being a part of this? And what drew you to this in the first place?
Yeah, so even just the whole cigar smoking thing. So I was a very avid athlete, collegiate runner, cross country, and I despised smoking. And very young.
Right.
Then in the Marine Corps, got exposed to a cigar.
Right.
It gave me a try. And then early on, the Fuente family and the Newman family were very instrumental on finding new ways to connect and meet their audience.
Yes.
They started the first bulletin board,
Right.
cigarfamily.com. So I met Tim and Sean and Carlito at the same event at a HERF at a guy's house in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And we just, you get a spirit, you feel people's spirit.
Yes.
And you can connect with them. And
It's
we just
so
had a
easy to
connection.
connect with someone over
Oh,
a cigar.
100%. Absolutely. So just shared my story, my heart, and then Carlito was sharing with me what they wanted to do in the Dominican Republic. This was late 90s. 03, he invited me down, and I brought my wife with me because I just knew there was going to be a connection, and I needed my wife to see it and feel it so that she knew that I was going to donate my time. She needed to be on board with it.
Right.
Fully support it. So, yeah, just over the years, it just cultivated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk about the impact that the Newman and the Fuente families have had in their regions, their outreach that they have done,
Sure.
particularly for the youth.
Yeah, no, it's huge. It's massive. I mean, it's been 20 years that we've been up and running. We've had over 500 graduates, and now the doctor there is Nelson, and he's a product of our school. So, we were very instrumental, and God blessed us with great people when we began to cultivate it. Just
Right.
like soil, you had to have good seed, good nurture and care, and we focused on the parents.
Right.
Because their mindset early on would say, don't bring those books home, go get a job. How are you going to eat? So we had to start with the parents and get them on board, make them aware of it, and just begin to cultivate a different mindset.
Right.
Not always looking for a hand out.
Right.
How about a hand up,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
So it's been powerful. Just a transformation. People working at the tourism down at the Capitol. Now we have a young lady that's working at the box factory, designing boxes, an engineering degree. It's just profound, and we're just getting started.
Right. I think a lot of people have a certain stigma towards the cigar industry because it involves tobacco, and they conflate the cigar industry with big tobacco, with cigarettes and that sort of thing. Explain, in your mind, the difference between not just the product, but the approach the industries have in regards to its consumers and the way that they run businesses in general.
No, absolutely. I think when you sit back and you educate yourself, not you, the audience,
Right.
on the whole process, right? So from seed to smoke, 400 to 500 people's hands have touched this. It's a labor of love, right? Because you can go into a shop globally, and I've been blessed to travel globally. We're here. This is the equalizer. Doesn't matter what's your background, what's your income, CEO, the janitor. We're all there because of the bond through the love of the leaf.
It truly is a great equalizer because the amount of conversations I've had with people from so many different backgrounds, people who are making 6-7 figures to someone who is still in a blue-collar trade.
Yeah.
There is nothing that breaks down barriers quite like having a cigar in a lounge surrounded with like-minded people around this
100%.
and the craft that goes into creating this product. I mean, we call it a product, which sounds so banal. It sounds so mundane. It's more than just a product. This is an experience. This is a culture, a lifestyle, and it's something that, oddly enough, even though it involves tobacco, is family-oriented.
Very much so, and I love that, the legacy.
Yes.
You know, part of leadership development is time is our greatest commodity, and how you spend it, right? How you intentionally invest your time is what you put in life is what you get out of it. And I teach that in leadership development, right?
Yes.
Same thing with the tobacco, right? The seed, the fermentation, the curing process, the packaging, it's the whole process.
Right.
Because you're experiencing the family's values, right? Because they live it throughout the factory, through the farm. So that's why I was enticed by that. My father left me at the age of 2, so I didn't have mentoring. I didn't have proper coaching.
Right.
And understanding those values and how you carry it forward during life and afterwards, when you pass the baton to your kids, what's your legacy?
Right. And also getting to experience their history.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Where can people go to find out more about your work and the organizations that you are working with?
Yeah, absolutely. So www.cf-cf.org. And then for my company, it's leavesofleadership.com.
Thank you so much for coming
you.
by. Pleasure speaking with you.
You as well.
Glad to see you, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.